Hey guys, my name's Wes, and you're watching Westicles TV, and today I'm reviewing 999. 999 is a 2016 cop drama starring Casey Affleck, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Anthony Mackie, Woody Harrelson, Kate Winslet, and a lot more. And so I'm going to talk about the cast first. For one, I thought they played their parts perfectly. It's really hard sometimes with bigger name people for me to differentiate, I'm watching, Kate Winslet on the screen, or I'm watching Casey Affleck on the screen versus I'm watching this character. I'm not watching people act. And aside from Woody Harrelson, who I really don't blame him, I think it's just because he's played a cop recently that I really enjoyed in True Detective, that I kind of saw him that way. But for the rest of the cast, I didn't see the actors playing a part. I just saw the characters. And so that's just a great positive. I really was thankful for that, because with a movie this stacked and cast, that could have completely pulled this movie apart, and it didn't. Also, I loved the way that the movie felt, and just was overall the tone of it. It felt gritty. It felt the way I had hoped it would be coming in. This isn't a Guy Ritchie film. I wasn't looking for, one-liners and little, things that were slick and cool. I wanted some down and dirty, gritty cop drama, and I got that. So that's a huge positive as well. I think this movie works best over everything else when the tension is high, and there are some scenes especially that happened. There were definitely some scenes where my leg was just going at 1,000 miles a minute. I was on the edge of my seat. I was just, wow, this is intense. I'm really getting into this. And those scenes are what had me thinking, this could be a really high ranking for me. This could be an 8, a 9 out of 10. I was really just buying into that stuff. And there's a scene in particular where they're going into a house, and it's a whole SWAT team basically. And so they got the guy with the shield, and they got the guys behind them, and they're checking rooms, clear, clear. And I'm just sitting here buying. I'm like, yes. Yeah. And then it gets onto the street, and it keeps building. I was getting more and more captivated as the scene went on. It was really interesting. I really enjoyed that stuff. I thought they did just a fantastic job through the first 3/4 of this movie. And the story itself was entertaining. I liked seeing the heist too in the very beginning of the movie. The heist, the beginning, there's some scenes just that really stuck with you, and that I thought they did a great job on. I definitely liked the feel of this movie more than anything else. It's got a lot of positives to like. But this movie doesn't work in some ways. There's some huge negatives, and the biggest negative overall for the whole movie that really drags it down is this ending. It gets so overly complicated, and it's not just, there's certain things that characters do, and I understand a character's going to do what a character's going to do, but that feel lazy. You question it. You're like, not just like, oh, I wonder why they did that, but it's so off the wall. There are people who, out of nowhere, you're just like, why is he here? Oh, and now he's doing this. What? And then you question it, and it's stuck in your head. You're like, why is he doing this? And then it just kept doing that. Like, more and more things towards the end of this movie just became more and more weird, and not in a good way. Just like, this is not how I thought this was going to go down at all, and I kind of wish it was generic, because I'm not buying this ending at all. This happens, and this happens. It gets worse and worse and worse, and it drags down a movie I was really enjoying, I was really buying into, and makes it into a movie where by the end of it I'm sitting here thinking, that's disappointing. That could have ended so much better. That could have, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth at the end. And so, it's a hard thing to score like that, because I feel like the score is not going to reflect the full movie. If I'm going to score the first 3/4 of the film before the final act, I would have given it an 8 out of 10. The last act, I would give it 2 out of 10. I'm going to blend that up, and I'm going to say a high 6, low 7 out of 10, depending on how much that ending really affects you. It could be a huge difference in whether you love or hate this film. To me, I'm going to let the majority of the film take the majority of the score. So, I enjoyed the most of it. The ending really kind of messed it up with me. The cast is fantastic. I really love the grit and the tone and the feel of this. I want to see more of what this director does. I think that he's great. I think he did Lawless too, and I think that was a fantastic film. Overall, though, I did like the movie. I do recommend it. If you like cop dramas, this is a good one. It's not a great one because of this ending, but it's a good one, and I think that you'll enjoy it. But that's just my opinion, and I want to know yours. So what did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. While you're not, click right over here if you like this video. If you want to get more of my reviews, subscribe to Westicles TV for more. You can share me on social media. It helps me out a lot, and you can follow me on Twitter at WesNichols14. If you want to see another video, there's a link right here to another video that you can check out. Maybe I'll do a Guy Ritchie movie by comparison and see what I think of one of those, like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Thanks for watching. My name is Wes. You're watching Westicles TV. Have a great night. Bye.